Hi, my name is Eddie Smart, and today we'll be going over cables and connectors. The first type of cable is the Ethernet cable, which is used to connect different devices to a network or the internet. It uses a RJ45 connector with typically 8 pins inside. This connector is similar to your phone jack, like the RJ11, but it's much bigger than the phone jack. I typically use this connector when I want to get a stable connection on my game system. So whenever my connection is lagging, I typically hook up my Ethernet connection to get a better connection. The HDMI cable is a high definition multimedia interface that transmits digital audio and video between devices on a single cable. So this cable is mostly used on laptops, gaming systems, and TVs. I typically use this cord as well on my gaming system, to enhance the quality of my game, to get a crispier picture. Typically, people see these connections. They have sharp edges. They notice the two sharp edges on each end, unlike the display port that only has one sharp edge. But there's different types of types. The type A is the most commonly used one. The USB. The USB is responsible for connecting peripheral devices to a computer, transferring data and supporting power delivery as well. So you have your Type A used on PCs and charging. You got your Type B used for um, printers and scanners. You got your B mini used on older cameras, and your B micro that is used for older devices, older mobile devices such as cell phones and whatnot. And your Type C that allows devices to transfer more data at a faster rate. That's why some of them will have the lightning bolt to show that it has a fast delivery or faster charge. Some devices even go up to 40 gigabytes, like the USB 4, which isn't listed here, but as you can see, you have the 3.0 to 3.2 that has a substantial amount compared to the older models as the 1.0 and the 1.1s and the 2.0s, which were some of the slower speeds, like the 1.0. You got your VGA, video graphics array, and analog connection standard that transmit videos only, which is a 15-pin D shell. So the VGA was typically used to transfer video from computers to old projectors or monitors. Um, you could the graphics weren't great. If I could relate it, was more so to the 80s and 90s of animations like The Simpsons or the Thundercats, kind of the blockier pixel. So those were some of the first startups. Uh, Unlike the DVI, so the DVI is in a sense the same, responsible for transmitting video signals to a computer from a monitor, but it has more enhanced signals. And they have the DVI-A, the DVI-D, and the DVI-I. So the DVI-A and DVI-D, one is analog and one is digital. But for the DVI-I, that can do either one, and the pins are represented to show you how much data could be transferred. So the more pins one has, the more data that can be transferred um, using these DVI connections. Fiber optic connectors, sorry, are used to connect fiber optic cables to a network so they can transmit data using light sounds, such as, they're used on routers and servers and switches. You can find these type of fiber optic cables underground or underwater or in rural areas, and they travel very far and very fast without losing any type of deterioration, unlike the coax cables. And they're less expensive than a coax cable. They're not made of copper. They have small glasses inside of them used to reflect the light, so they can move at good speeds. Next is the surround sound, and the surround sound just basically uh, is just experience sound all around you at a 360 degrees. True surround sound has about 5 speakers minimum, and the 7.1 allows extra speakers in the rear to make the sound more precise. Thank you.